Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture GPS Intelligence Brief for July 17th, 2026. All right, government affairs directors and influence practitioners, we need to talk because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then, bottom line, what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Before we start, this is the last brief before this terrain window narrows. 0 seats left in the GPS displacement window review. 0 opportunities. Competitive displacement windows this week. That signal is what opened this session, and it will not repeat the same way tomorrow. Code GPS 619 at the-icon.ai capture. Now, let's read the board. So let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 0 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov, 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies. And all of that is happening while market BCL is 0%, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. In a week with 0 opportunities surfacing on the capture terminal, the flow or lack thereof tells us more than mere numbers ever could. With no legislative or executive signals to pass, it's not just a quiet period, it's a strategic pause. Managers who read this tape know that opportunity isn't just about volume. Accessibility takes center stage when the board goes silent. It forces us to consider the friction points in compliance and where the protest risks could have been quietly simmering under the surface. The absence of top posting suggests a bottleneck in the usual channels. When nothing moves and the BCL percentage is stagnant, the compliance landscape is likely more about consolidation than expansion. If you read this policy tape carefully, the real story is in the non-movement. It's the calm before a potential storm of regulatory activity. This is the moment to reassess your lanes, explore alternative routes, and anticipate shifts in the board's behavior. Interestingly, the capture ticker shows no drag from court opinions either, indicating not just a lack of new rulings but perhaps a strategic holding pattern as legal teams prepare for future challenges. Accessibility over raw volume is the theme here, suggesting that those in the know will capitalize on understanding these quiet periods as opportunities to optimize their compliance strategies. Looking at the secondary signals, the terrain holes and hiring spreads, or lack thereof, paint a picture of a landscape marred by cautious inaction. With 0 hiring agencies making moves, it's clear that the workforce expansion is on hold. For government affairs directors, this isn't just a static market, it's an indication of a strategic regrouping. This lull provides a unique opportunity to reassess resource allocation and prepare for eventual shifts. Court opinions and lobbying clusters are also conspicuously absent, leading us to contemplate where market mispricing may lie. In the absence of new judicial direction or lobbying activity, smart portfolio moves might be found in anticipating the next wave of regulatory or legislative action. It's about reading the underlying currents, the subtle signals that point towards emerging trends before they become apparent. Terrain holes signal potential blind spots or areas where influence practitioners could find leverage by filling those gaps. If the current landscape feels like a vacuum, it might be time to explore uncharted territories. With no lobbying clusters on the horizon, a mise en concern, those who can anticipate the next areas of focus stand to gain a significant edge. As always, the key is in the interpretation, not just the data itself. The current market is a high-stakes regulatory environment where compliance friction and protest risks are influencing rapid policy shifts. Professionals should be asking, how can we anticipate regulatory changes to align with stakeholder interests? What mechanisms are in place to mitigate protest risks effectively? Are we equipped to pivot quickly in response to policy lane changes? Our conviction: navigate this volatile landscape with precision by leveraging real-time data and strategic foresight to maintain a competitive edge. Last thing before I sign off, and I want to be direct. 0 seats left in the GPS displacement window review. When this window closes, the terrain that justified it moves on. Tomorrow's signal will be different. The next session will read a different board. If the brief we just walked through gave you a reason to act, now is the time. Code GPS 619. communities.theicon.ai/capture the-govcon-elite. 0.0 million records. 4 verticals ready. Provenance traced from bill to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. Just a quick note, you'll be disconnected in